Good morning. It's Thursday, so that means you're listening to Queen City Picker and Friend show. And my friend today is Todd. How are you this morning, Todd? Yeah, that would be good too. I'm kind of running behind this morning. Anyway,
There I am.
how are things going this morning?
Oh my God. The Queen Picker City show
Yep,
is live.
I'm just not. I was doing about four things when I jumped back in here because it was like 8:58.
Uh,
So before we get started to the important stuff, as I said on Tuesday, or maybe, well, I might have said it on Tuesday too, but I let my driver's license expire December the 3rd of last year. So put that date on your calendar, and I'll take I I wear a size 7-day Carnival cruise if you want to get me something for my birthday. Uh, anyway, I let it expire, and I'm going to give you 2 pointers here. One, or three actually. One, look and see when your driver's license expires. Two, see if you can renew it online. And three, see how long you have to get it renewed beforehand. Like in North Carolina, it's 6 months, and I can renew it online, but I can't renew it this time. Couldn't renew it this time because I renewed it online the last time. So Tuesday, I sat at the DMV from 11 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon
oh my God.
to get it renewed because I couldn't get an appointment because the appointments were booked up till April. So I'm gonna give you a bonus one. If if you if you are having your license renewed this year and you can make appointments, go look at your appointments and see how far they are out. Go ahead and book one as far, within that 6 months. I was so irritated. And of course, these people are just 80% of them are moving like they're molasses. So, yeah, 4 tips, Tactical Z. Well, it was 3 plus a bonus one. I'm just saying, go ahead and look at it today. Because I burnt up a whole day because of my stupidity and not checking on that. Which, as I've said before, we use a family program called Cozy. And if you've got children in the home, still in the home, or they're not in the home, but you still need to have to keep an eye on them. It's got a calendar program that you can put anybody that's in the group. If they put a doctor's appointment or any of that kind of stuff in it, driver's license renewal, in it, everybody sees it, and you can tell it to alert you so many days in advance of that date. It's free. It's called Cozy, COZY. I'm telling you, I'm really ticked off at myself because I screwed up on like something like that. It was simple, and it was not like it was a life-changing, well, it was a life-changing situation, but it was just a total waste of time, and I just had to sit and wait. So there's Tom's rant for the day and getting the show off with a bang. So be sure and look at it. And in Nissa, if you don't use something else or any of the other ones that's got small ones at home, young ones at home, not small ones, and they're carrying phones, you load it up on their phones and tell them, you better not come up at 9 o'clock the day before needing macaroni for an art project the next day. Oh, and you can make a list in it. My boys and my daughter-in-law, they all have a list, and it's for Christmas, and they can add to and delete if they think of something they want or they see something they want but they don't want to buy. Go ahead and put it in there. So there. So who all is in the chat since I went off on a crazy spell right off the beginning? Good morning, Mr. Bumcrack. Good morning, Texas. I'm sorry that you're sick. Tactical Z, it's always a pleasure. Mr. Sadie, how are you today? Glad to see you. Miss Wendy, hello. Anissa, as always, it's a pleasure.
I'm trying to imagine how you would use macaroni in an art project, but whatever.
Landshark Craig, it's good seeing you this morning. Glad you can make it in here. Well, we'll come back to that in a minute. Good morning, Jabez. Who else have I missed? Did I miss anybody else in here? Nostalgia, good to see you this morning. In the description, I've been creating a list of all the people that come in and watch the show, and so if you get a chance, go in there and look at it. See if your link's not in there. If it's not, would you let me know? Because I do appreciate you guys coming in and spending an hour plus with all this nonsense. So, with all that being done, Mr. Sadie, they're closing your local post office on the 31st.
Crazy.
Sorry, I was reading, and this is article here. I mean, her note here. Anissa, Scott's been talking for about a couple of weeks about looking at your numbers and everything like that. You know, we have back to the post office part. We have a branch on Pineville Matthews Road, which is a major 4-lane road. It basically runs east to west, or anyway. We have a major post office on that road, and then Pineville has a little post office, and they're always fighting to stay open, but they haven't closed it because Pineville is a little small town, and that's the only post office they have, and you know, they raise a stink every time they talk about closing it. Really? I'll have to go back and look at it. Because honestly, I don't watch shows at night. Unless like one of the group is having something. If you want to do a live, I will be there to support you. But normally I catch everything on reruns. Oh, good morning, Lag. I didn't see you.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to Hustle and Grow, but I haven't watched the video yet. I saw it pop up on the videos to watch.
You'll follow to Florida, Mr. Sadie, if they move down there. You know, it's kind of cool this morning. I had to go outside and feed the livestock before I came in here, and it's cold. So I had my granny blanket on, Uh, so, Lag, everybody knows you. Sometimes good, sometimes bad.
Yeah, we're
What's
all
going on
fluff
with you this
here.
morning,
Not much
Todd?
about business. Huh?
What's going on with you this morning?
A bunch. I've got 8 orders going out and $500 a day yesterday. That's pretty awesome. I don't get $500 days very often, but yesterday was.
Well, good. So you had some pretty high ticket items if you only sold 8?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Of
great.
course, $500 probably $100 worth of shipping labels to buy. I wish they would take out the fees and shipping before they give you put that total up
How often do you get payouts?
every day.
Every day? Maybe you maybe you ought to go to weekly or something like that. You're not a liberal. You just play one on the internet, like. Well, I didn't sell anything yesterday, but then again, eBay has not been my kind of forte right at the moment. I've been doing a bunch of other things, and I've dealing with an issue, not the driver's license issue, another issue. And I mentioned the piece of land and the guy wanting to rent it. Well, another guy's got into the project. Got into it. He wants to rent it, and he's willing to pay more. And they're neighbors. So I told them they decide between themselves. I'll take either one of them's price, but they need to decide on who's going to get it. It's got Bermuda grass on it, so I guess that's. I know my brother and his wife like Bermuda grass for the hay for their their horses, but anyway. Okay, let's not go into the political thing today. I am so tired of politics and we just getting started. I have, my wife working for the telecommunication industry, besides the money's good and the benefits is good and like the free internet. When polls call saying we need to get a poll or does any of your family work for telecommunication industry, political affiliate parties, that kind of stuff, magazines, printed? I say yes, and they say, well, thank you. You don't qualify. Have a great day. Um, I posted a meme on Facebook, and if you're not a Facebook friend, then feel free to do so. It was a postal truck sitting in the middle of a cemetery, and the meme is they've started delivering ballots already. Pro tip, I will use it. I'm serious. If you're going back to the cozy bit, it's free. It's well worth it. And if you log in on the internet, you can through your
What?
computer, you can print out a like a monthly calendar. So there you go.
I denied you, huh, Nissa? Right.
I mean, we've used it now for years. Back when the boys were in high school, and Sasha was playing, he was running on the track team. It was we could go through and schedule everything. So it's Thursday. You got to go meet the girlfriends today, don't you?
Yeah, I probably will. Except I don't need inventory. I went and did my auction pickup yesterday.
How did that go?
Oh, it went fine. I got so much stuff. I spent $900. Crazy.
Oh, sorry, Nissa. Yeah, just tell them that you. Yeah, just say yes.
Show. I did some video on the pickups, but it's like I bought one knife lot and it's got a little, this is a case,
Mm-hmm.
double X,
Yeah, my dad
half,
carried one.
half Whittler, whatever a half Whittler means. That little thing, if it's in really good shape, is $100 bill. Can you believe that? But it's been sharpened so many times, a bunch of the blade is worn off. But I bet I can still get $30 or $40 for that little case knife. I know Sadie likes case knives.
My
Also in the
dad.
lot was a SOG SOG.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a tactical, made in Japan. Kind of a tactical, but it's missing the sheath. So I got all kinds of stuff.
My dad carried a little knife like that. That little one that you showed. I can always remember him having that in his pocket, unless he was going to the airport or to the a government building. Um, but he always carried one like that. I think my younger brother got that. So when you're looking at knives at these auctions, do you try to find? I mean, do you look at them to see if you can find at least one that sells for some good money?
Well, this auction doesn't give does not give good descriptions. They just put a title. So their title says buck knife, which
Right.
that one's busted. Case knife, uh, SOG knife, a pocket watch, and a Texas crest pin or crest. What do you call it? Not the emblem. What do you call that? Anyway, did you take yourself out of the show, Tom?
No, I just made you big
Oh, okay.
since you were doing show and tell.
And a pocket watch. It works, but it's cheap. It's got a motorcycle on it. Might get $10 for that. But I paid let's see, 13. I paid $35 for the knives and the pocket watch and such. But that knife should get it back, so the profit is the other stuff. So, no, you can't really tell. I knew that SOG knives are pretty good, and the any case knife I want to take a chance on any case knife.
Did you but you could see the picture in the picture you could see that it was a sawed knife and a case knife.
Yeah, their pictures suck too. And they don't tell you that, like, on this buck knife, it opens too far. I don't know if you can see the outward curve to it, and it's loose. So I might get $1 for that at my spring garage sale. I bought a shirt lot. Let's see. Let me show these shirts. Where is that? How much did I pay for the shirts? I'm looking. I'm still looking. Okay, the shirts were $16.50. And I got an Under Armour with long sleeve with Baghdad, Iraq written on it. You know, a lot of their stuff comes from military stuff, and it's like these shirts are all like new. I don't think they've ever been worn. Here's another shirt that came from Iraq. Operation Iraqi Freedom. Joint base something Iraq. Pretty cool shirt. Then a Carolina Panthers hoodie.
Okay, that was a waste of money.
Why is that a waste? NFL on field. So that'll make 15, 20 bucks. And a Carolina Panthers jersey. This is a special edition. They must have given these to soldiers because it's done in OD military green.
Yeah.
And in the collar it says salute to service. And then the player logo is Kuchli.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Mr. Sadie.
Oh, there's a NFL emblem with the tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree.
Yeah.
Well, they've got one that with military camo
Right.
on there. And then the other shoulder's got the American flag. And one more jersey. So I got 5 shirts, and they're all like brand new. Another Kuchli Carolina Panthers. It says keep pounding. This is Nike on field. And again, it's Mr. Kuechly. How do you say that?
Have no idea.
Coochie? No, Coochly. I bought a couple of leather jackets. I've got I bought some AC Delco GM genuine parts giveaway playing cards.
Wow.
But it's a big box of them. There's like 100 of them.
100 of those individual boxes?
Yes. And
Wow, Todd.
they're all brand new sealed.
What are they selling for? Or is there
I don't know.
any comps?
I didn't look them up. I just thought, wow, there's 100 of those. And even if I have to put them, like four to, like put 4 decks together to make $10, that's still going to make money.
Right.
They cost me $25. So I gave what? They were like 25 cents a piece.
You said those were AC Delco?
General Motors, genuine parts, AC Delco.
That's what I put.
The cards are plain. They don't have logo on the cards. It's just a package that they came in. They look like prison issue with a clear case.
I don't see any.
I don't know. I wouldn't know about that.
Mr. Sadie, is there something you're not telling us? Did you spend a little time?
How does he know about prison issue?
That's right. I don't see any um I actually got my other monitor set up so I can do two things at one time.
Bought a Craftsman axe made in the USA.
Yeah.
It's got some wear on it, but it must have been re-blacked or something. Painted or whatever.
My dad used to
It's so smooth and tough looking. I don't know, you can see the blade there. It's just very, but there's some dings down here on the hammer end. I just wonder, were those put there in manufacturing or were they?
probably was because it looks pretty clean the rest of the place.
There's some bumps here on the handle. And the handle's slightly loose.
Like says GM gives Veros. Be careful how you title that.
I see other GM playing cards that are listed. Okay, but that's good advice.
Is that like to continue on with lag statement? Is that like for parts or lag, or I mean, is there a specific thing they're flagging people on? Oh Lord. I'm gonna have to do something about this sunroom before next winter. It's just cold out here. It's cold as the heart of an ex-wife. Glad I got pants on for a change. Lord have mercy. I
So I
think it's
bought
supposed.
5 of these Bluetooth headphones. I think I'm going to have to test them though because they look like they were maybe store returns.
Right. Good morning, Donna. Glad to see you. Good morning, James.
It'll take just a few minutes each to plug them in and get them charged up. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm with you on that, James. I'm not sure whether if you got a well, they're probably saying it's fake. You know how they do. Good morning, Mike.
Got a patchwork motorcycle jacket. I don't think it's a real famous brand name. Flight Path. Anyway, just stuff. I got tons of stuff to get listed. Oh, and I bought a couple of boxes of Amazon returns from them. I was looking through that stuff. It just looks like crap. But they had never had stuff like that before, so I experimented. Spent $50 a box. I got a couple of boxes, so with a buyer's premium, it was like $110 for both boxes. Shouldn't have done it. It looked like the leftovers of stuff that were picked over from some. It's like somebody bought a pallet, and the stuff that they couldn't or wouldn't sell, they threw in box lots and took them to the auction.
You know, I was watching or listening to Resale Rabbit on Sunday, I think it was, or maybe it was Monday, and he has this Christmas warehouse sale, in like last of November, 1st of December for a couple of weeks, and he had some Amazon mystery boxes that he got from somewhere on some pallets. And as he was stacking them, out on the floor, some of them were really light. And he opened them up. He opened up the ones that was really light, and it had like one baby Yoda, um, plush in it. And he was not really happy with that. And he went through and he peeled all the light ones out and he opened them up because he said, I'll just put them out on the floor. But he said, I was going to be asking $40 for this thing, and they're getting this plush that doesn't even retail for $40. And later on in the show, he said he talked to his supplier, and they're going to send him some more because apparently they had gotten the same complaint from other people.
Yeah.
I like watching him. He's pretty. He really hustles. But then again, if I was as young as him, I might be a little bit more of a hustling too.
Yeah, I've been watching him for 10 years or more.
Yeah.
He used to
Um,
he used to travel around and thrift.
yeah.
And then he got into this warehouse pallet buying stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw it. He came down not too far away from Scott, and he bought a bunch of pallets and had them shipped home. Anytime Picker, you bought some of those. What was your takeaway from it?
I don't know. I got stuff like return coffee maker. I got a whole bunch of iPhone 6 cell phone cases. I got like a wheel rim for a mini bike. Just stuff. Yeah, I'm not ever going to buy them again. I thought it was worth an experiment, and I did it. So you don't know unless you try. It may surprise me. I may dig through that stuff and find something that's worth something.
You think?
I hope. I don't think.
There's a link if anybody wants to come in. Um,
Yeah, I'm never buying another pallet load unless I can either go preview it, inspect it, um, or at least have a manifest,
right.
so you know basically what you're getting.
Yeah, I don't know who the I don't remember who it was that I was watching a video where they were doing an unboxing of some pallets, and it was in their garage at their house. So anybody, and it was the woman was a little on the heavy side and had dark hair. I remember that, but I don't remember their name. Anyway, they were going through the pallets, and there was stuff that was listed on the manifest that was not in the pallet.
Ooh, there's some false advertising for you.
Yeah. I don't know how that went afterwards, whether they could
Seems like you ought to be able to get some traction on doing a return on that scenario.
James, are you talking about like the bin store where they dump everything out into these big bins and you plunder through it?
That's what Roman does,
Yeah.
and
We've had
Roman
several in this area. We
tends
haven't
to
had
get
one in
good
Charlotte that I
stuff.
know of, but we've had several in the surrounding areas, and they don't seem to last. So I don't know what's up with that, but
Altogether, though, my buys from my local auction have been outstanding. I got all those swimming pool supplies about 2 years ago, and it's all gone. I mean, it sold great. Some of the items in those 2 boxes were, I think I sold one item for like $600. The only thing I have left from that is a few of the return nozzles that you screw on where the water comes back into your pool. And I've bought some pretty good jewelry stuff from them. I bought one gold earring this auction. It's a little bitty. It's got a pretty good brand name on it. I don't know who would buy one earring. I guess if you want to stick that in your nose or whatever, it's 14 karat gold with some little bitty diamonds. And it,
Well, how much is the gold value of it worth?
I haven't even weighed it. Let's do that. But it's labeled Fire Rock, and I looked up Fire Rock on the eBay solds, and Fire Rock jewelry is expensive. Good stuff.
Good morning, Felix.
So I paid $33 for this ring or earring, nose ring, whatever it is.
Leg wants a demo.
Demo?
Yeah, he wants you to stick it in your ear or a nose.
I don't have a pierced anything. I don't have anything pierced except when I stick myself with a knife or something. Then it generally doesn't go all the way through. Okay. That looks like it won't weigh anything. So I imagine it doesn't have just a ton of gold value.
Right.
Got my little scale here.
Yeah, that's what.
0.8 grams. It's not even a full gram. Let's see. Go to gold calc. And enter.
You just
0.8.
save stuff like that till you have a lot of.
No, because this is a name brand. I'm gonna list it probably today. Okay.
Okay. I didn't. You were talking about the name and.
The gold melt value is $30. So that the value of that's going to come, or the profit in that is going to come from, it's a famous maker, and yeah, right. 24K.
I don't even want my ear pierced, more or less, that pierced, Felix. I just, I have this, yeah, Anissa, you know this crowd. It'll fall down real fast like.
I already said that, Lag. Pay attention. I paid $33 for that earring. But if you look up fire rock, I'm going to do that right now. FIREROCK 14 karat earring. Brought up fire opals. I don't want fire opals.
You need to get your ADHD medicine renewed, prescription refilled, lag.
Dang it. All it's bringing up is fire opals. Let me just bring up fire rock 14K.
You know, when we were in Australia, we went to an opal shop that was owned by an opal mine. And the prettier opals are okay looking by themselves, but what you see is triplets and or doublets and triplets. They've laid really thin shavings of opals on top of opals to give them all that extra color and whatnot. It was really interesting, man. And they were those little layers they were laminating on top of each other. They were thin. I don't know how they could handle that kind of stuff. Did you lose your wedding band, Mr. Sadie? Mr. Sadie says he needs a new wedding band. 10.5, Todd. What you got?
I do have a wedding band, but I don't think it's that big. Since you ask.
My nephew that works for the electrical co-op, he's a lineman, and his wedding band is silicone, and I've noticed a lot of guys are wearing the silicone bands now. They're cheap, but price wise, is that a trend? Anissa, you're young. You're with the hip group. Lag, you allegedly are young. Or is it because they want people think that they have a dangerous job or something of that sort? But I mean, I understand why Steven wears one.
Nope, the only wedding band I've got is size 8. It's kind of neat looking. Can you see that? Let me
Show
go
it
back.
again. Sorry.
I got to get my screen in the right place here. Whoop, wrong place. I suppose we could screen share and you could see it better.
I did.
Oh, you screen shared me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, how do I do that on here?
I just made you big. They got
Oh,
a new feature where you just click on. Uh,
okay. Put me on share screen. All right. Let's see, right there. Can you see it now?
I can see you. Uh, yeah, it's full screen. Well, that's nice.
So you do see it?
Uh huh.
That came in a lot of jewelry. I bought that at a charity auction for another reseller. And I think they probably thought it was silver. But it turned out to be 21 karat gold. I don't know how they got that color on it. But that's 875. That means 21 karat. And I don't know what that logo stamp is. It's so small. And this gives the there's another stamp. I don't know exactly what that means. Anyway, 2 grams. Okay. I'll probably have to lower the price of it. White gold is yellow gold dipped in rhodium. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I thought they did it with just mixing in different metals. So what's the gold melt value at 2 grams of 21K? Start over. 2 grams. 21 karat. The gold melt value on that ring is 113, so I probably got it priced a little too high at 200.
My wedding band is aluminum and plastic. I just saw it and I liked it, and I ordered it out of a catalog. I was in a jewelry store at our mall looking at watches, and not a Rolex, Felix, just a self-winding nice watch. And the guy looked at my hand and says, "Did you buy that from here?" And I said, "Not hardly." And he said, "Why do you say that?" I said, "Because it's aluminum and plastic." He says, "We got some over in this display case that are not aluminum or plastic." And it was platinum with a what's it called? The black stone laminate around the inside. The black part of it was.
Okay, Google says white gold must be mixed with other alloys with a white metal like nickel or palladium or silver. Oh, and then to give white gold its sought after sheen, it is then rhodium dipped, rhodium plated.
He said he just wrote that.
Oh,
Pops.
well, I was just double checking your knowledge.
There's some really nice jewelry out there if you like jewelry. But I'm back up at some place up here that in this super fast scrolling chat we've got going here. Anissa says that she wants. Oh, here it is. If I had $1 zillion, I don't think I'd be much different. I'd get a healthy chef, and that would be it. No, Anissa. If I have $1 zillion, I'm going to have a driver because I don't like to drive. I will have a laundress or launderer, whichever it is, to come in and do my laundry a couple times a week because I despise doing laundry. And I would have the chef, preferably Aunt Myrtle, who cooks Southern country cuisine. I don't care anything about having a Bentley. I don't care anything about wearing a $50,000 watch. Money's to make your life easier. If you had
Uh,
a well, I'm on a diet now. My diet doesn't. I just it's just cheaper for me to cook.
uh,
Yeah, and so Roberta and I have talked about it. What if we won the lottery and stuff like that? There isn't a lot. We're not into the bling, and I'm not into clothes. And I'm definitely not into $300 shoes or $1,000 shoes. Neither is Roberta. So after, we probably would upgrade the house and buy me a truck. That would be about it. I mean, yeah, we'd do a lot of traveling. We're just not into that. Got to have the bling and all that kind of crap because that's the reason that, like the lottery winners, they go broke. Or the NFL or the NBA or they go broke because they got to have the flashy cars and all the money. I mean, all the jewelry and all that kind of crap. No, Tactical Z, my fashion sucks. But I don't go out the house very often. Twice a week, I plan on I'll go out and run errands and things like that. No, but I don't want a red one. But I did see a car last night on something, and it was an Aston Martin DB something or other convertible coupe. Now, if I could get it, first of all, I'd have to be able to get in and out of it with my knees. But I would have one of those if I had the money.
Aston Martin makes trucks.
No, it makes this beautiful little sports car. Well, it's not a little sports car; it's a big sports car, but it is beautiful. I think it's about $500,000. I could be wrong, but I believe that's what it is.
Yeah, you would open the door of that and get out and say, Tom, James Tom.
That's right. No, I'd be like, why the F did I buy this thing? Because it's an effort to get out of it. Oh, God. Here's Dr. Beard. Good morning, Scott.
I got one question for you.
Sure.
When you won this lottery, would you finally go ahead and get the surgery to become the best grandma you should be?
Shut up. No, I probably wouldn't be doing any shows anymore. I would be on people's shows because I could, pick up my laptop and I could do it from anywhere in the world. But uh,
You got the wrong,
no, I wouldn't be doing that.
I grabbed the wrong T-shirt to wear into this thing.
I weighed myself this morning. I am down. I'm down to 275, and I started the year out at 293.
This fucking ice sucks, by the way.
You
We're
got ice
having a
down
pretty
there?
good warm up today.
There ain't shit happening. It's gonna warm and then go back in deep freeze for 2 more days. We haven't had anything, no services, no mail, no nothing, no UPS, no nothing since Saturday. All my packages are shipped, but they're over there in bags. There's a inch and a half, 2 inches of ice covering all the roads from here to 30 miles south of Huntsville and north all the way across Tennessee.
Yeah, Aston Martin is what James Bond drives. So
Well,
y'all
the,
still got
the
ice down
early
there?
ones.
Oh yeah, we're covered in it.
Man, it's clear here.
You want me to go shovel some out of the driveway to show you what it looks like?
No, I don't want you to do that. Don't want you to do that. I'd still be in the house. I wouldn't have walked out to the garage. James, God is further south than I am.
When you hit the shovel with it, it just breaks apart. That's how thick the shit is.
Dang.
Dang.
It just breaks up in clumps. That's straight off the driveway. It's on the highways. So yesterday, so to get to get out of the neighborhood is fine, and to get up to the Highway 431, which is the 4 lane that runs into town or into Tennessee, you have to go up a hill. It's probably 7,500 feet tall hill that you're going up, and elevation change. And I sat there and watched 4x4 after 4x4 get up to the top of the hill and stop. And those idiots thought with those light back ends on them trucks, even though they have 4-wheel drive, the ice they slide back down the hill. They slide back down the hill. There's cars. They close roads everywhere still yesterday because whenever there's a major intersection, they were just having so many wrecks because when you've got ice and people are not used to ice, you can't stop, and so they'd hit the intersection and they collide into each other because neither direction can stop.
Yeah, people are dumbasses when there's ice on the ground. Tactical Z, are you in South Carolina?
He's in Maryland.
Huh?
He's in Maryland.
Oh, he's in Maryland. I didn't know there was a Columbia, Maryland. Columbia, South Carolina is our capital.
Larry, if I do a triple axle, it's going to be because somebody broke something and made
Oh
me.
no, he's in Columbia, South Carolina. I'm in Charlotte.
He says no.
Literally straight up 77.
He says no, Columbia, Maryland. I know where he lives.
Okay. I thought he was.
I'm no dummy.
He said, "Yep."
Columbia, Maryland. Because
Okay, I missed one. Y'all are just scrolling. Y'all are just chatting too fast today.
But it's like that. They're not expecting it to go anywhere because if you look at our temperatures, there's no sun today. It looks like a typical winter day. The high today is 38. But look at the lows, 37, then back to 23, 38. We're not getting above 40 until Monday. This shit is going to be, I mean, it's going to thaw on Monday. It'll be Tuesday before shit goes back to normal. We've had no trash service, no nothing. The trash company said, just put your cans out. We'll get to them eventually. If your trash can's full, if the belongs the bag's not 50 pounds, just leave it on the corner. We'll get it.
I didn't know you got it. I didn't know you got it that bad down there, or this storm was that bad for you. Which I haven't been online since. I mean, been in a chat since Tuesday. So
I was explaining to somebody. They said what happened is the way it came through and the way the topography is in this area. We get a lot of sleet and not a lot of snow usually, and it's because there's there's a warm air aloft that as snow comes down, it melts and refreezes and gives us basically freezing rain or sleet.
yeah.
So we had Sunday night. It started sleeting at midnight. When I woke up at 5, the sleet was just turning over to snow, And so I went ahead and drove to Tennessee Monday morning. And as I got farther into Tennessee, it became snow. Um, but then, and when I come back, there was still snow and everything. But at about 5 p.m. Monday night, the sleet came back. And so it made like a sleet sandwich on everything. And it just, everything is solid ice. And as the sun yesterday started out pretty good, I got to Walmart. I got up the big hill. I put the sucker in 4-wheel drive low with a full tank with 35 gallons of gas. Don't forget how much 35 gallons of gas weighs in a truck.
Yeah.
So I've got a full tank of gas, and I go around the guy who's in a 2-wheel drive Toyota who's slipping backwards, and I'm like, there's a gas station on the corner. I'm like, I can either stop at the top of the hill and join him at the bottom, or I'm going through the gas station parking lot because it's level. So I cut the corner and got into the gas station and got out. But it's crazy.
People do not understand that it don't matter what you got.
And Southern
Ice is going to be slick as cowpucky, so you need to.
But yesterday afternoon, Harlan calls me. He said, I thought I almost died. I'm like, what? He goes, I tried to go to Walmart. So Harlan lives at like the bottom of a hill. You got to go up the hill and then back, and it's got kind of a turn going to the main road. And he said when he got to the top of the hill, there was 3 or 4 trucks in the ditch they were trying to pull out. And he said that the problem is when the sun was shining yesterday, all that rough ice that you had a little bit of traction on was now melting, and so it was making it real smooth, and it was like a layer of really cold really cold water like slime on top of the ice, made it slick as eel shit. Harlan's like, I had an empty tank of gas. He's like, I knew I was a goner. He's like, I stopped and filled it up, and it added some weight to the truck. But he's only got 2-wheel drive, and
It's people are just dumbasses. Larry, y'all are supposed to get 7 to 12 inches. Wow.
Larry, don't move next to me. You go farther south.
Good morning, John.
If you got to get below Birmingham, there's a line of demarcation, and if you got to get below Interstate 20. If you're below Interstate 20, you're generally all right. You may say snow on an apocalypse once a decade because 20 runs through Tuscaloosa, and they got a little bit of ice, but everything below Tuscaloosa is clear, which is I-20.
Yeah, when there's heavy is good when you've got ice because it gives you more weight, but you still got to drive like you got some sense. I don't have the patience for stupidity anymore, so I'd stay at home. You can take that either way you want to, because I know Larry's going to make some smart ass remark, but people just don't. When you get out to the main road from our house, it's downhill either way.
Here you go.
And people will hit that ice.
That's in Huntsville. They're ice skating in the parking lot at Home Depot. To get some firewood, figured out we could skate in the parking lot. That's how bad the ice is. They're ice skating in the parking lot at Home Depot. Yes, ma'am.
Now, where did they find an ice skater in Huntsville, Alabama?
There you go. That's how bad the ice is. I mean, people want to know, why is everything so crazy? I mean, we are covered in ice. It hasn't gone anywhere since it came down Monday. I mean, I've left the house every day. I've made it to the post office every day to see if they've been open.
Mr. Sadie says triple axle. I was thinking we could go in there and get a tape measure, some cans of paint, and we could have a curling.
I want to do this so bad, but it's too early.
Hey, can't park there.
Holy
You can't park there.
Felix, you mentioned the Land Cruiser a while ago. They quit making them in the United States or selling them in the United States, but I think they're bringing them back.
They're back.
Are they
They're
back now? They
they're not,
they quit making them for a couple of years.
but they're not Land Cruisers like from the 60s and 70s. That if you pointed at a tree, that damn cruiser would climb a damn tree.
Yeah.
They are big luxury SUVs. They're not. It's only a name only. It's a Land Cruiser in name only. It's just a big. It's not the four wheel drive that built that name. They should take the name off of it. He said, "What you have is a Prado." He's right. That's whatever. That's the larger size that it replaced.
Well, they have one that looks just like the Land Cruiser, but it's not a Land Cruiser, and it's badged something else.
Yeah,
Is that what a Prado is, or whatever? I thought that was a line of shoes. Todd, how's the weather over there where you're at?
Oh, we're getting a big warm up today.
If your Land Cruiser doesn't look like that, it's not a real Land Cruiser.
Oh yeah.
Some of the other ones, they'd get a little bigger, but
We are.
that's one of the last ones. That one still had some power, but once they got past that generation, the Forerunner kind of took over because the Forerunner is still a pretty decent vehicle for that kind of stuff. But
We are 42 headed to 66 today.
Wow.
my mouse
And
is acting so crazy.
It's 37 here.
it's going to get pretty cold again on Friday. Freezing at night and 40s in the day.
It's supposed to be 15 here on Saturday.
Felix, if this is bearded women from the Middle East, I'm gonna be mad. Oh yeah, that's a hell of a. So he's got it's a Toyota from over there, a truck. That's badass. That's a bad look. That's what the Land Cruiser should still look like.
Mr. Sadie, what is it, the Toyota truck that is damn near indestructible?
The fucking Hilux. We don't get it.
That's it.
We don't get the Hilux. They're all if you want to see a real Toyota truck, look at the Hiluxes in Australia, man.
It's it's like Mazda doesn't have a truck, and the Mazda trucks that they sell in Australia are actually Isuzu trucks. And I asked the salesman the last time I was in there having Roberta's car serviced, when were they going to bring the trucks to America? And he's like, everybody's wanting them, but they just won't pull the trigger to, ship them over here.
Toyota wanted to do something great. They bring the Hilux. If they could. The Tacoma has got a great name, but they could retire the Tacoma and bring the Hilux, and it would be a marketing sensation.
If they would bring the Hilux over here, based on just the fact that everybody knows they're damn near indestructible,
James,
people that bleed Chevrolet or Ford or whatnot would have one.
James, that's because we have marketed diesels so bad and convinced everybody that diesels are terrible. When those little minivans that are diesels, man, I wish I had one. Those things are.
What the FJ? Are you talking about a Jag?
No, FJ Cruiser. That's the
What?
That's the Toyota. That's the Toyota that it's cool looking, but it's if you get more than like two grown adults in it,
You full?
you're damn sure full.
When we were in Australia, Toyota was making the Previa, because that's been how long it's been, 95, 96, whatever year Princess Diana died. Because we were in the airport coming back when they announced that she had passed away. Anyway,
I didn't know she had died. That's news to me.
there were Toyota Previas everywhere with that gum kangaroo catchers on the front of them. And I told my friends that we were there with, I told Chris, I said, let's get Sandy one, and I'll help you ship that sucker back because it'll be expensive. He said, why? I said, because the first time she drove to work with that damn Previa, because that was the yuppie vehicle of the time, with that damn kangaroo catcher on the front of it. I said, everybody in damn Charlotte, all these yuppies would have one. He said, yep, that's right.
Fitos, don't forget you left out the Sienna. I got one in the driveway. It was made in Indiana. All the modern Toyotas are for the most part made in the U.S. because of the import laws. The import costs it costs them so much more to import them that they make them here in the U.S. When I was through Indiana, I went by the plant and I took my Sienna home to visit his relatives.
I saw a video. It was a short. Excuse me. Um, this guy, and it was in Asia somewhere. Um, it was a Tesla. I guess they have them in Asia. Anyway, this little robot-looking van, is the size of a. It was not very big at all. It came down behind the back of a Tesla, and little doors opened up, and an arm extended and plugged into the Tesla to charge it.
I still want a Toyota Previa. When they built those, they're built on the old truck platform, so that the frame that's under the 22R engine and the old trucks, those things are you can't kill them. Now here's somebody's got one. Uh, it's only 4,300 miles away in Hawaii. What?
You know, I'll have to keep on driving my 2008 Saturn Outlook until it quits. That's how much I'm into vehicles.
How many times has it quit and you brought it back to life, resuscitated it?
Well, I put a transmission in it during the pandemic because I wasn't spending $60,000 for a used vehicle with 100,000 miles that was comparable to that one. So I spent 4,000 on it, and I'll get another 100,000 miles on it. One of our friends, his sons got twins, and he was one of these guys. I'll never own a damn minivan, never, ever. Those twins came along, and that sucker's got a minivan. He said, I told him, I said, I hear your dad's giving you hell about your minivan. He said, yeah. And I said, so you really needed it? He said, oh, yeah. He said, with two of them, two car seats, two diaper bags, the week's worth of shit we have to take every place we go. He said, it's too easy to get in and out and get in and everybody in and out. I said, yeah, there's a reason why they had them. And he had a Tahoe, and he said it's just still not as easy. I mean, it's easier to get them in and out of that minivan. You dumped your minivan when you had your twins.
I wouldn't give you anything for the Toyota out there. Me and that minivan been through hell and back, and we still got years to go.
I just don't like to drive.
I just need
I
some
don't even
brakes.
like driving the 2 miles to the daggum McDonald's or whatnot.
We're gonna look at eBay because eBay sent me a message saying that my brakes were great news. They're going to be here early because I had to order the back brakes for it. Track this package.
Right.
Severe weather conditions have delayed delivery. It can't get out of Atlanta because it can't get here. I love that eBay went through their systems went through all the trouble to send me a message, ding my phone to tell me great news, it's going to be here early. Why do you do that to customers? How many customers, regular customers, will be upset that, oh shit, I'm getting out early, and no, never mind, it's really going to be late.
Well, they might have got it shipped on, early, but getting to you with all the ice on the road is going to be another issue.
What? 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 It's not time for a snack.
It's always time for a snack.
Silhouette, Anissa, was that the
Stop it.
Buick?
Get him, Jenny, get him.
It's not time for a snack.
She's like, it's time for y'all to get you all a bunch of old men to get off the daggum internet and go to work.
She did it the same time yesterday. It must be time.
You already had a snack.
Because we had a Pontiac of that same line. It was a good car too until a lady.
I mean, you don't have snacks on your desk like me.
A lady made a left-hand turn in front of Roberta because she didn't understand the flashing yellow light turn signal.
Go tell your
Totaled
mom.
that minivan. Really pissed me off. To this day, I despise
Go tell Mama.
Allstate. Mr. Sadie says he trusts eBay over Amazon because they have a more accurate catalog. I've noticed they're really pushing eBay Auto for parts and stuff like that real hard right at the moment. I wonder if it's because people can't afford to buy damn new cars, and the used cars are as much as new cars. Because even though you see the propaganda, well, car prices are coming down, well, they're not around here.
I haven't looked, so I couldn't tell you.
All right, folks, I got to go do battle with the Lutherans.
Yeah, I got to get out of here too. Thank y'all, everyone, for coming in today. Look for Todrick's show tomorrow. Mr. Beard, thank you for coming in. Try to stay warm and do not get out there screwing around and break a damn hip because it's hard for old people to get. It's hard for old people to recover from a broken hip.
I've already covered like a third of my driveway without having a heart attack, so that's good.
Yeah.
I had to make it where Joni could walk out to the truck without breaking her neck because, God, I'm not going to spend. She'd already be in the hospital. I got to the Walmart and it's covered in ice, and she's with me. I went and found a basket. I'm like, here, you hang on to this so you don't bust your ass.
All right, guys. Have a great day.
Happy Hanukkah.
Bye.
Be careful if you're in where it's icy and snowy.